of the discussion today was, and what it was all boiling down to was that what our Prime Minister had said in one of these recent addresses that he has given, that local has to be vocal. So we have to innovate locally. There are programs on the internet, there are ways out, there are sessions, we will be having all these sessions. But what Sunit was saying, that motivation has to come within us, we have to invent. आवश्यकता ही आविष्कार की जननी है. So आवश्यकता है और आविष्कार भी हमको ही करना है. These are there, these resources are there, they will be of some help here and there, but that is not the end of the thing. We have to create ourselves, we have to cultivate ourselves. Pankaj ji, made some very sterling remarks about internship and placement, the challenges. No, I'm so happy to share with you. We created our own internship model. When the issue arose कि हमारे करीब 300 बच्चों को इंटर्नशिप कराना था प्रिंट मीडिया का फर्स्ट ईयर के बच्चों को, और बहुत मुश्किल से 100-125 हो पाए, we created our own internship model. And as you said, instead of bringing, banks have started coming to us. So we brought all the newspaper editors to our platforms and made them take the internship classes and all. And at the end of the day, we created a model where in the morning there would be somebody would speak on political reporting, or somebody would speak on health reporting, and in the evening they would be writing. And at the end of the day, every student created a newspaper for himself. And some of the newspapers have been really, really good. We had an expert coming in to evaluate those newspapers also. From my own industry experience, I can say that in our model, the kind of experience and exposure that we gave to the students, they would have never got even if they went physically to a newspaper office or a television office. Nobody would have really cared or bothered about them. So it's your care about the students and it's your concern about the students, which is actually going to make you innovate. And recreation you mentioned about. This was the third farewell program which I attended of WIPS, and this was online. And I have never seen the students getting more engaged with their teachers as they were there this time. The level of engagement, the level of emotions, the level of the feeling of taking away from the college, and their emotion, their sincerity. We did not have they would come dressed up for their group photos and their all those fashionable satires and everything, sorries, but attires. But here in this, on their screen, their emotions were so oozing out of the screen. It was such a pleasure to have interacted with all of them. In fact, I thought that somebody asked a question that online teaching is detrimental. Here was a lesson for me, and all of us from VSGMC would agree that here was a online program which created such a solid connect with your alumni, which is going to remain with them for lifetime. And as somebody said in that program, one of the students said, and I've been carrying it with me, that when we came here, we really did not know what was our cause for existence. And given the situation that we are passing out and having attended this program, we realize that what existence is all about in such challenging situations. I think you were very correct when you talked about disruptions. And so disruption is like Samudra Manthan. There will be poison, there will be Amrit. Both will come out of it. And when you talked about disruption, you gave example of the Ferrari and the Ford story. And थोड़ा मैं एक देसी story बताता हूँ. 85-86 में when Rajiv Gandhi introduced computerization in this country, the comrades were out fully armed that we will not allow people will lose their jobs and everything. And when we saw agitation in Jawaharlal Nehru University, those against the agitation, the channels against the agitation were running the stories, that they are working on the laptops and they are working on the tablets and all that. So the comrades migrated from stopping the coming of the computers to adapting themselves to the, the laptops and the tablets. So we have to adopt. There is no way that we can this. I work in this paper industry. I joined it in the early 90s, and I saw a transition from cut and paste, from compositing of the newspapers, from proofreading to complete computerization to something called C2P, computer to print. पहले तो कंप्यूटर था ही नहीं और लिखने से और प्रिंट होने के बीच में 100 लोग होते थे. आज की तारीख में there is nobody, it's just machine. But it created more jobs. The whole idea that it does not create jobs, it created more jobs. Because you see, as example I keep giving, Dainik Jagran, which was like just a Kanpur paper, is today the biggest media conglomerate of the world, one of the biggest media conglomerate of the world. And this all happened because they adapted quickly to technology. They did it much before the English newspapers, because they knew that they have a huge readership waiting for them to gorge on to their news, Hindi newspapers. They could foresee the market, and they did it so very well. Thank you, Professor Sharma, for a very, very engaging session. And I stand much educated on the issue, though I can say that I'm not a technologically handicapped person, having been practicing technology, IT technology for last 30 years. In fact, when the first computerized papers were launched in Delhi in 1991, the pioneer, I was part of that, and I was selected. I was selected not because of my degree from Delhi University, masters in English, because I knew how to operate WordStar. So that was the consideration. What we were trying to make that in this present era, your degrees from the colleges will not be that important, and your skill will be more important. The biggest point, right at the beginning of your lecture, which you said, and that is for not only for this lecture, it is for every, it applies everywhere, that your content should be high on knowledge, but it should be easy on language. कि आप अपना जब न्यूज़पेपर इंडस्ट्री में जब हम काम करते थे, हम ये कहते थे ये नहीं कि आप भाषा जानते या नहीं जानते, पढ़ने वाला भाषा जानता या नहीं जानता. That is what is important. So it is very important that the person who is reading it, he understands what you are.
Yes.
जो आपने शशि थरूर की बात करी है, तो उसकी सोशल मीडिया स्ट्रेटेजी है, तो ऐसे कुछ शब्दों को ला करके वो सर्कुलेशन में रहता है. He remains in circulation because that's a social media strategy. We are into online teaching because there is no other option of teaching with us today. So having, and this was also stated by somebody, one of the persons who gave a lecture on the inaugural day, that we are into online teaching because there is no other option of teaching available to us at this point of time. And when, survival becomes an issue, we do make a lot of discoveries, and we are in the process of that discovery. And this whole FDP that we are having today, the sessions that we are having today, are probably all, process of that discovery. Probably an FDP of mass communication and journalism would have never had Professor K. Srinivas as a resource person if we are not into online teaching processes. So we are having him today because we are in the process of discovery. Now, if we don't discover ourselves, what happens to us? That's a very, very major question. And this is best explained by, I was into a project, I was doing a project on street vendors, which led to the Parliament passing the Street Vendors Act of India in 2014. I came across a street vendor who was a bestseller of banana chaat in Jhilmil industrial area. And he came in at around 12 o'clock, and by 2 o'clock his whole ready full of bananas were gone, sold. So when checked with him, so he said, before selling, I said, how long have you been selling? He said, for about 5, 7 years, 10 years. What were you doing before that? He said that he pointed to the Jhilmil industrial area and said, I was working in a printing press there. So what were you doing in a printing press there? So I was a compositor. And then why are you selling bananas now? Because I did not adapt to computers when they came into composite tests. So when I did not adapt to the new skill, the computer skills, so I'm left with selling bananas. So it's time that we quickly discover the skills, learn the skills, and get adapted to skills or God forbid, we would otherwise will end up selling bananas, you know. One another point which was very, you know, very definitive point which Professor Srinivas made right at the beginning of the address, that teacher will always remain superior to technology. Technologies are just supportive tools. You will be a good teacher by the way of having attributes of a good teacher, and technology could be just an, you know, tool in your hand, nothing more than that. Like somebody asked that that blue button thing is a lot of pressure on this. Yes, there would be pressure that we have to find another way out. We have to find another way out. We have to go to something else to, you know, like it has to be like, you know, Krishna could find Dwarka city only if he decided to leave Mathura. Otherwise, he would have been stuck with the Danavs and the Sioux there. He decided to go to Mathura, so he created the first model city of our history. So we have to keep discovering, we have to keep innovating, we have to keep finding out. But you know, as a person of mass communication and media, uh, I was wondering that if what was the tagline that we were to give to our this FDP, which is now 3 days old, and we have not yet given it a tagline. And as you know, tagline in mass communication is the catchphrase or slogan, especially used in advertising. So if I was to advertise my FDP, what was the catch line? And you gave me the catch line today. I don't know if you realized it right at the beginning of your session. Uh, Learning the new ways of learning. That was the line which we used, learning the new ways of learning. So if we were to give a catch line to our FDP, this is what it could be, learning the new ways of learning. You see, whatever the instructional designer is an architect, right? Which as you said right at the beginning of the thing, and as you rightly, and your whole presentation was about, you know, how to articulate the thing, you know, how to put it in proper spacing as an architect would do. And as you and what would an architect do when he goes to make a design a house? He tests the soil. पहला काम वो करता है कि वो सॉइल को टेस्ट करता है कि मिट्टी कैसी है. वही बात आपने भी कही कि यू नो आइडेंटिफाई द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ योर लर्नर, कि मिट्टी कैसी है तभी वो पाइलिंग करता है, कितनी नीचे पाइलिंग कर सकता है, वो कितनी ऊंची उस पर इमारत बन सकती है. That is what you also said, that you know first you have to characterize, find out the characteristics of your learner, identify the characteristics of your learner, and then you decide how many feet deep you can go and how many feet high you can go. And but I must tell you something very, one of my interesting experiences. And this came to my mind when you mentioned about Baijus and such tutorials which are happening. No, but you see, the Raju sirs and Pappu sirs who would come home and instruct children, they have also not gone out of business despite COVID-19. And in fact, I owe a lot to our Raju sir for my children's education. And when this COVID happened, and one of the things which came to my mind was that poor fellow must be out of job. So you know, now that she cannot visit places and there is lockdown and this, so and you know, I wanted to help him out. So I called him up and asked him that, you know, Raju sir, what help can I be to you? And then he said, नहीं sir, ट्यूशन चल रहा है and
ऑनलाइन चल रहा है,
ट्यूशन चल रहा है और स्काइप पे चल रहा है. And in last 4 days, nobody has talked about Skype. But Raju sir is using Skype for his tuitions, his personalized tuition. He is using Skype. And then he asked me, why are you asking this question? So I said, we are having an FDP where faculty members are being taught how to go online. Then then he says that मेरा FDP तो हमारे बच्चों ने ही करा दिया, उन्होंने ही बता दिया कैसे करना है. So actually, you know, the point which you made, the characteristics of the learner, you know, that the learner actually leaves some scope for the learner also. He will also give a lot back, the feedback and the takeaways that you were talking about. He will also give it back to you, you know, that how good has been your lessons and how good has been your thing. तो एक जो बड़ी अच्छी बात आपने कही वो था डेमोक्रेटाइजेशन. डेमोक्रेटाइजेशन को अगर हम ये अंग्रेजों के डेफिनेशंस और उसको छोड़ दें, तो डेमोक्रेटाइजेशन का अगर हम अपने भारतीय संदर्भ में देखें तो एकलव्य, यू आर क्रिएटिंग रिसोर्सेज फॉर एकलव्य.
डेफिनेटली
उस एकलव्य को किसी द्रोणाचार्य को जाके अंगूठा नहीं देना पड़े. बातें याद आई मुझे कि जो इंडियन ट्रेडिशन, लर्निंग ट्रेडिशन है, तो हमारे यहाँ ट्रेडिशन है श्रुति का, सुनने का, सुन करके सारे वेद श्रुति पे हैं, और फिर स्मृति, जो बाकी टेक्स्ट हैं वो याददाश्त से बताए गए. तो इस ट्रेडिशन को अगर मैं देखूं तो इस ट्रेडिशन को कहीं ना कहीं इस ट्रेडिशन को कॉन्क्रेटाइज किया है आगे, एक स्टेप आगे ले जाकर. और वो अगर मैं संस्कृत के शब्द का इस्तेमाल करूं तो आपने जो काम किया है, ये जो मूक है और ये जो ओपन एजुकेशन रिसोर्सेज जो हैं लार्जली, वो श्रुति, स्मृति और अब अभिलेख है. तो ये अभिलेख आपने क्रिएट की है पब्लिक डोमेन में. जो आपका प्रयास है, ये पतंजलि से मैं रामदेव जी की बात नहीं कर रहा ना कोरोनिल दवा की बात कर रहा हूं. पतंजलि प्रयास उसको कहते हैं माइंड एंड बॉडी. तो ओपन एजुकेशनल रिसोर्सेज जो है माइंड, स्पीच एंड बॉडी. क्लासरूम में तो अटेंडेंस लगाने के लिए बच्चा बैठा हुआ है, उसका माइंड, उसका स्पीच, माइंड तो बाहर बिल्कुल ही हो सकता है और स्पीच भी एक बार बोल सकता है, प्रेजेंट मैम, प्रेजेंट सर, बॉडी से है वहां पर वो. लेकिन माइंड, स्पीच एंड बॉडी, ओपन एजुकेशनल रिसोर्स को आदमी तभी पढ़ेगा जब उसका माइंड, स्पीच और बॉडी, ये तीनों चीजें वहां पर होंगी, वरना कोई ओपन एजुकेशनल रिसोर्स को रेफर नहीं करेगा. वैलिडेशन क्या होता है, सरकारी ठप्पा, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? नॉलेज तो मतलब हम, जैसे आपने सही कहा, या तो हम एफडीपी सर्टिफिकेट के लिए अटेंड कर ले या एफडीपी ज्ञान अर्जन के लिए अटेंड कर ले, दोनों बातें हैं. तो वैलिडेशन का अर्थ क्या अनर्थ है, मतलब मैं तो ये मानता हूं जो जहां से मुझे नॉलेज मिल जाए, संपूर्ण ज्ञान मिल जाए, जो मेरी जिज्ञासा को सेटिस्फाई करे, वही मेरे लिए वैलिडेशन है. You know, I'm reminded I'm a film buff, and I'm always reminded, you know, while hearing your lecture, I was invited. You know, what is the situation for a teacher like today? What kind of situation the teacher is in today? A teacher is in a situation where it is teachers versus technology. So see, a teacher is today pitted against technology. Whether he goes with the technology, gets subdued by the technology, becomes part of the technology, that's the challenge before the teacher. You know, like it was many years, 100 years ago, Charlie Chaplin's Man versus Machine, and then which was adopted by B.R. Chopra in our film industry, Naya Daur. So, machine तो आ गया है, टेक्नोलॉजी तो आ गई है, हमें उस पर अपने आप को एडॉप्ट करना है. What was very specific about this session today was online education is one thing and online evaluation is another. So the retentive and the reflective aspects of, you know, evaluation process. In fact, I'm reminded when I took over, as you mentioned that about my tenures as chairperson, when I took over as chairperson of Maharaja Agre Singh College, which had a journalism course, and they were to have an entrance examination. I checked on the entrance examination, being a journalist myself, it was to be an MCQ. And I wondered, how would an MCQ really judge about the quality of a student? And then we created our own model of examination, which had MCQ also about 20%, 80% were descriptive. Because we thought that we would know about the cognitive and writing and learning skills of a student only if we could, evolve him through a descriptive essay type of answer. There was a lot of halla gulla in Delhi University's academic council. I was because there was a question which was, which was about Togadia had run a Trishul Yatra those days. So there was a question of Trishul Yatra. So, whenever we try to bring a change in the system, there are activists up in arms. So the activists were up in arms then also. And they said that I was trying to saffronize education and all that. And I would have been the last person to do that. Anyway, this came up in Delhi University's academic council. And after the academic council meeting, I was called by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Deepak Nayyar, to discuss that why did I go for this change in the, jo Manoj Singh ji ne bhi pucha tha ki journalism ke student ke liye. I explained to him, he said, when a student comes to me for a job, what do I look into? What do I look for? I look for his ability to write a copy, his ability to edit a copy. वो ज़माना तब भी print journalism का ही ज़्यादातर था. तो जनरल नॉलेज तो वो सीख लेगा, दिन भर इतना न्यूज़ पढ़ेगा कि जनरल नॉलेज तो वो सीख लेगा, तो वो सिर्फ MCQ से क्या है? So he agreed to it, and then he said that this could be the best model for, this combination of descriptive and MCQs could be the best model for entrance examination. And if you recall, Professor Deepak Nayyar made entrance examination for journalism uniform, and where this model was introduced for a while, which was there. I came from a traditional examination system. My children came in from a traditional examination system. It never crossed my mind that what all factors would go into making of an online examination system. Till the time they actually came down to giving my daughter took the UGC NET exam, which is an online exam now, and my son had to take the CLAT exam. And they had their examination center in a godforsaken place called Mundka. In our time, when we were in Delhi University, we would have never thought of going to Mundka. And that made me think, why in Mundka? And then another thing was that there were two factors. Why these examination centers? And if you actually check on the facts, most of these examination centers are in old urbanized villages of what you call of Delhi than any other place. There are two reasons for it. One, all these villages have huge built-up space, which they are now converting into examination halls, which are being converted into examination halls. Computers are being put, and they are making a good livelihood out of it. दिल्ली में मकान मालिक किराया तरह तरह से खाता है, तो एक उसका इकोनॉमिक्स ये है कि एग्जामिनेशन सेंटर्स खोल कर बड़े अच्छे तरह से किराया उसको आता है. तो ही हैज क्रिएटेड एन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जहां गवर्नमेंट का कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं हुआ. ये सारा इन्वेस्टमेंट जो है सो वो लैंडलॉर्ड्स का है. गवर्नमेंट का इन्वेस्टमेंट कहाँ है? गवर्नमेंट का इन्वेस्टमेंट है मेट्रो ट्रेन के अंदर. ये सारे गांव, सारे जगह, द्वारका, नासिरपुर, मुंडका, ये सारी जगह मेट्रो ट्रेन जा रही है, तो स्टूडेंट को वहां पहुंचना भी बहुत कोई दिक्कत नहीं. सो these are actually, if I look at the success of what you call online elimination system, as you said, not the examination system, has largely been because of the reason that we have had economic and social factors which have contributed to it. So whenever we are changing the paradigm shift, we cannot ignore the social and economic factors. You see, there has been open education system in this country for quite some time. Indira Gandhi National Open University came up in 85, 86. There have been open universities all over. So parallelly, they have been running. There has been traditional system of learning, and there is the open university system of learning. Now the pandemic is forcing us into a situation where we need to have blending. So the question arises is, one, is blending necessary? So as Pankaj Mittal said, that we are in a situation of either online teaching or no teaching. So blending becomes necessary. And how best we get the blending? You see, it's again the question of how best we get the blending. And how do we connect that teacher-student connect is again, a lot also depends on the teacher. You see, it is not very, very necessary for a teacher. This is what is my feeling. Even if a teacher is physically present in the class, it is not necessary that he's connecting with the students. And even if a teacher is not there in the class, the person might connect very well with the students. So these, you know, the personal touch, the emotive relationship, the connect, these are all part of personality characteristics of an individual. Not, you know, it cannot be really in terms of technology or non-technology. We have all been talking about, all the professors have been talking about America, US, UK here. Now here you have given us a model which is from Bangladesh. And you see, this makes us in India give it a thought. Bangladesh, a country which came into existence because of our efforts, because of our patronage, because of our this thing, is today has beaten us in economy, GDP, they have a better GDP. And if they are evolving better models of education, it is a matter of great concern. We till now have been having Bangladeshi scholars and teachers coming into our country for education. Delhi University was to have a lot of Bangladeshi students coming. But if today Bangladesh is giving this model which is being propagated worldwide, it's a matter of concern for we scholars in India. That, you know, the challenge of adapting to the changing times is very much there. There are problems, there are challenges, but they have to be overcome. There is no escape from it. Or otherwise, we would get overtaken by a country like Bangladesh in times to come. So मैम ने तो आज बहुत कुछ बताया है, पुडिंग हमारे को सर्व कर दी है, बता दिया है कि ये अच्छी अच्छी चीजें हैं, ब्लैक फॉरेस्ट भी है, पाइनएप्पल भी है, बटर स्कॉच भी है, सारी चीजें हैं. But we will have to, you know, eat it. We will have to get into it to do it, and that is what she was probably trying to tell us also today. In fact, I would say that even a slow learner like me, I could not log in with Kahoot, Flipkart, Hot Potato, but finally with Mentimeter, I managed it and could participate also into it. So I am very sure if I have done it, others also must have also done it and done it pretty well. I would like to start from where you ended, you know, Guru Mantra. You know, to me, Guru Mantra, reading, of course, reading, writing, and from there all the strengths of journalism comes. But this whole issue of, you know, news persons trying to become themselves news and not reporting news, that is the biggest problem of today's journalism, you know. We have followed somebody for last 100 days who has been, you know, advertising how she is covering news, how her studios by roadside, her studio number one. But where is the news? What has she covered? What are the stories which she has brought on the forefront? All the time the focus on the, and this is not only true on this particular report, but all this whole journalism of anchoring, all the journalism of anchoring, you know, and this all other evils are related to it. So, you know, ultimately teacher-student relationship gets described even in this situation by what Mahatma said many years back in his Talisman, that, you know, just think before you act. That is your action going to bring a smile on somebody's face? So as far as teacher-student relationship is this thing, teacher has to take the call that what is it that I'm going to do which is going to bring a smile on the face of the student. Number one. Number two, a teacher does not have to get overawed by the situation. You see, you are the leader of the class. There's a story about this professor. I also heard that story about that professor. You see, we are all faced with a very difficult situation, and we are here to provide that leadership to our students. So we don't have to get overawed by situation. I had not even heard name of Zoom or MS Teams. Today and my colleagues will bear me out. It is me who is actually editing all the things which are going on the YouTube. So we have learned quickly. We have done this FDP for this very purpose. So we have to sit, think, and realize what is the challenge before us, and we have to overcome this challenge. And once we can overcome this challenge, I'm very sure the others will also follow. You see, in a very activist kind of a university, Jawaharlal Nehru University, which is so resistant to change and which sees a conspiracy in everything which is proposed by the government, even their online teaching has started, and students are taking to online teaching, and professors are taking online teaching, and they are also, being faced, this problems of mute unmute. That student asking, student asking for a glass of water from her mother, and then some another friend telling her, look, you have to unmute yourself because everybody is hearing you. And then she coming back and, and then she realizing that, okay, I was not mute. And then she replies with SHIT. And then the, and then the professor says, come on, this could have been unmuted, this should not have been on the mute. So you have to create situation. You see, it is like this. I don't know if how many of you recall, there was this flood photo of a cop carrying his officer on the shoulders, which earned a lot of wrath. So either we climb onto the shoulder of our students, that I don't know how to wedge into these waters, or we wedge into the waters and lead our students. So if we are teacher, we have to be in leadership position, and we have to prepare ourselves for this kind of a situation. Yes, impressionable, vulnerable millennials. But why do you call it impressionable? So much of exposure to the world outside, much more exposure than we have. And there's a lot to learn from them. One of the best ways to engage with them is to learn from them. केवल उनको ज्ञान क्यों देना है? थोड़ा ज्ञान उनसे भी ले लेते हैं. That will also, help us out. And engagement would come. We have hearing them out. We have had a hands-on experience in our college. My dean and some of the other colleagues will bear me out. We try to bring in a change, and we managed to bring in a change, and we managed to get our students thank us for bringing in that change by just talking it out. थोड़ी उनकी सुने, थोड़ी अपनी सुनाई, थोड़ा ये किया, तो मेरे ख्याल से रास्ता निकल जाएगा. I must tell you, must share this with you. It will make you happy about it. That long form is back and kicking. And many platforms are today looking forward to people writing in long form. As I mentioned in my interactions earlier also, that from writing 400 word pieces, now I am writing 5-minute, 9-minute pieces for the platforms. So long form, you can only write in long form if you are good with facts and good with language. भाषा और ज्ञान, knowledge and language, जब दोनों होगा तभी आप long form में लिख जाएंगे. So that way it has become more demanding. पहले तो पीटीआई के टेक पर आकर के रिपोर्टर लोग अपनी इंट्रो चेंज करके बना लेते थे रिपोर्ट. But today, actually, this has to be told to the students that both knowledge and language was never more so important as it is going to be today. And especially in this COVID time, this long form reading has actually gone up like anything. Portals like India Spend and other such portals, they are actually inviting people to write. They are paying them very well, and and they are looking forward to real quality reports. And this real quality report, I can tell you, can come best from the journalists because of their exposure to the field, and because of their exposure to the field, and just not limited to the libraries and the books and the texts. We talked about mental health of journalists. Yes, we have to tell people that when you are going on to the field, journalists, they are actually roasted in the field, not by people, by situations also. And I was reminded many years back, about 20 years back, was a young journalist who had joined me. She had just passed out of LSR, and she was very hyper about, I want to be doing manly beats, crime beat. And she went to do crime beat. And in those days, we were used to have weekend blasts in Delhi. Every Saturday, Sunday, there would be a blast in Delhi. So there was a weekend blast. We were having our office in ITO, and these victims were brought to LNJP hospital. So she was rushed there, and she came back, not yet the era of mobile. She came back very disheveled by the situation. And then she was trying to explain me the story, and then I told her, asked her, "Bhai, kitne mare ye batao yaar, how many people did die?" And then she gave it back to me. How cynical can you get, with the death of the people and with the blood and the gore of people? But then that is our job. We have to report how many people died. And this is what that night I did not give it back to her. Next day I tried to explain to her. Look, tomorrow morning I'm working towards the headline of my newspaper. And I have to tell the world that how many people have actually died in that business. And naturally she was she was from a very well-to-do family who had taken on journalism for all the glamour, which is perceived to have. And she was never expecting to be sent to the what you call casualty of LNJP hospital and be faced with blood and gore in the form that she faced with. So journalists actually, in our staff council meetings that we have, we would discuss this out. That can we have some sessions for for people passing out of our colleges to be trained into what is that they are going to face in the field, because these things are not explained in our textbooks. This particular FDP is, it's an evidence of what we have achieved. That our move from pro forma teaching to hands-on teaching has definitely begun. And a test was given to us by the circumstances. A test was given to us by the situation of COVID-19 lockdown. And we all have, risen to the challenge, and we all have delivered. And not only that, we have done better than what we were doing in the previous years. It is not because of COVID that we have done better. We have not allowed COVID to lessen our momentum. That is what is the achievement of this FDP. That we have been improving upon our FDPs year after year, year after year. So this year's FDP has been an improvement on previous years. And it is not because of COVID. It is because that zeal in us, that desire in us to improve upon our abilities, our capabilities, is all there part of our DNA today, and so thank you all the participants, especially those who came in from outside. Do carry our messages, that the kind of work that we are doing here, and we want to benefit today. We think that we are in a position to benefit the media teaching learning community on a larger forum, and these courses are going to be part of that endeavor, that enterprise, that motivation which we have today.